And sometimes when you do that, Annette, and please add this information to it, where do you get that small ding? You know, you get a few. You might get a couple of points off your credit score because someone inquired, or is it the hard score where you're actually applying for a car loan?
That's the hard score is what will ding your credit. What we do is called a soft pull and does not affect your credit in any way.
That's certainly good to know as well. Very good to know. You know,
because a lot of people, right, it's a very common question. People will write to us saying, well, you know, how many times is my credit going to be pulled, or how is this going to affect my credit score? And because of the way that our system works, the borrowers are in complete control. So if a borrower gets 15 of those friend requests, they only accept 3 of them. Well, only those 3 people can possibly do a hard pull credit report. If they accept all 15, well, then 15 people now have the opportunity to do that hard pull credit report. So the lender is kind of at the mercy of the borrower. The borrower is in complete control of that part of the process, and the borrower gets to say, I only want this many people to be able to run my credit. So that's all I'm going to deal with.
Yeah,
so there's never going to be
15.
Exactly. There's never going to be a hard pull done on your credit through Weemba without you knowing about it.
What's the, and again, this is perhaps a challenging question to ask, or not easy to ask, but perhaps hard to define actually. What's the range of the loans that people have actually done? Do you know what?
I don't know what has been financed, but I can tell you that right now in our system we have loan projects that range from $1,000 to $1 million, and our average demanded loan amount is about $27,000.
And I think earlier in the broadcast you said that most of that is tied to real estate. 60% or 65% was tied to real estate.
Most of what the lenders are interested in and have sent those friend requests about is tied to real estate. We do have a lot of projects in the system. You think about the economy, a lot of people who are looking for debt consolidation, trying to get a lower interest loan to pay off high interest credit cards, that sort of thing, and a lot of other more consumer driven sorts of stuff. So, and we also have a fair amount of vehicle related loans, cars, motorcycles, trucks. So there's a lot of variety in what's been published, but 65% of what the lenders have jumped on has been mortgage and property related.
Do you have a geographical areas that you do a lot of business in, or is it just distributed equally throughout the United States?
Right now, the bulk of our projects are coming from Florida, Texas, California, and New York, but we are getting, and that's where we're advertising right now. We're doing media efforts throughout the country, but as
radio,
any other
TV?
entity, no,
radio.
We're doing everything internet. Our public relations is everything. The advertising is strictly online, and some trade publications aimed at lenders. But our advertising is aimed at those 4 states, Texas, California, New York, and Florida. But we have, through the magic of the internet and the viral nature of the internet, we're getting projects from Illinois, Louisiana, Hawaii, all over the country.
And you're based down in Florida?
Yes, sir. We're in beautiful Miami Beach.
What's the weather like down there today?
76, sunny, and gorgeous.
Oh, my God. Well, it's about 30-something here, and we had a nice day, but in the 30s, a lot different temperature.
Very, very different. Now, if we could just get the Dolphins to play some better football next year, everything would be great down here.
I know. How is the business doing overall?
Overall, we're doing great. We only launched in September. We were at Finovate, actually, in New York City on September 23rd and 24th, and that was our formal launch.
What does that stand for? I'm sorry. Is that a trade show?
Yes, it is. It is all financial innovation. It's a technology show, mostly websites, some other non-website related, very cool fintech sort of stuff. And there were, 64 companies that presented over the course of 2 days. It was very competitive to even be able to present. and it was a wonderful experience. We love New York. It's one of my favorite places to go. And so that was our formal launch, September 23rd and 24th. We did a soft launch in August, and we have at this point, we have, let me tell you exactly, we have almost 5,000 users in the site.
Well, it sounds like business is certainly getting heated up and ramping up, as they say.
Things seem to be moving along well. We've had some very nice press and publicity. We were mentioned in a nice piece on the CBS Early Show on December 30th. And,
that's exciting.
Of course, yes, and being able to do this wonderful opportunity, this radio show, is fantastic. And we really enjoy being able to talk about Weemba and get the message out there. I think it's very, very important right now that people understand that they have this opportunity to be able to post their needs and perhaps find an alternative source of financing that maybe they didn't know about, perhaps somebody from another geographic region, perhaps a direct mortgage lender when they were only thinking that they needed to go straight to banks. As far as business lending, accounts receivable financing, factoring, purchase order financing, and inventory financing are really popular right now because banks have, they've really tightened up their standards on SBA loans and general small business lending. So small businesses may not even know that these other avenues are out there that can help them with working capital and cash flow and keep their businesses going and allow them to grow their business without a traditional bank loan. So we're really excited about being able to help get the word out and let people know that there are some new tricks out there and some new things that they can try to improve their financial pictures.
We only have a few minutes left, and we're actually just about out of time. What about some future developments that you're looking at in the next 6 months?
Hi, Bob. Before we let Annette answer that, Annette, my name is Nigel Saunders. I'm the program director here at Harlem Talk Radio. I just want to welcome you and thank you for being with us, sharing this great information.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I had a question to pose to you. In terms of like your launching, I think this program it's exciting. Are you working with, say, the small business associations around the country, especially in New York, that help entrepreneurs and small business owners who might be potential clients of yours to find out more about your service?
That is actually, I was about to answer Rob's question about the next 6 months. That's one of the things that I would personally like to do, and we're exploring, is trying to work with SCORE, for example, which is, I forget the acronym, what it stands for, but that is the volunteer arm of the Small Business Administration. And those are retired or semi-retired executives who help mentor small business owners in various aspects of running their business, including getting financing. And so exactly what you're talking about is something that, we understand we need to make some efforts and try to reach out to some of these organizations. And, of course, there are a lot of them, and we have to figure out the best way to approach that. But, yes, I think that's a fantastic thing to do.
And because I'm excited because, it comes down to new programs, especially when it's online, where no matter where you're at, if you have a computer, you can find out about any type of information in the universe these days.
Exactly.
A program like yours, will you down the road will have like some type of like tutorial function on your website, which can sort of like hold the novice hand who may be a small business owner on what to do, what not to do. So it just makes the road easier between the lender and the borrower.
Yes, and that's actually something that we have discussed, is doing sort of a webinar kind of thing and having a video right there on the site to show people step by step exactly like you just suggested. We do have a lot of that information on the site in text. We have sample blogs, or sample project blogs rather, that show step by step what to do, the kinds of files to upload. We have, lots of blogs and helps and frequently asked questions and lots of information. But I think a lot of people these days do absorb things better through a video format, hearing somebody say it rather than read it. So that is something that we've discussed about adding to the site.
Hey, Bob, thanks a lot. Let me chime in. Thank you.
Listen, our pleasure, Nigel. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was just looking online, as a matter of fact, at the trends in 2012, and videos came right up number one or number two. Websites just need to do more video for the very reasons that you just stated.
Exactly.
So
I think a lot of people are steering away from reading.
Yeah, well, it's a task, and the audio portion is just a lot, not audio and visual combined. It's just a lot easier for people than reading. And then, unfortunately, we have to. Thank you. We have to stop right there. I'd like to thank our guest, Annette Gallagher, with Weemba. Annette is the CEO, and we'd like to thank her again for being with us today. You've been listening here to Bob Quinlan on Quinlan Care Finance on Harlem Talk Radio, and we invite you back next Monday at 6 p.m. Have a great, productive week, and again, thank you very much.